Hello everyone! Welcome to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. This game, problems, bugs, glitches and all, is #1 on my favorite games of all time. Now, I'm not much of a gamer, and what I look for in a game may be different from what you enjoy, so bear that in mind. I'm drawn to story, character development, excellent writing, and an easy enough interface for even inexperienced gamers like myself to enjoy. Dragon Age Origins has all of that and more. I've also added in a few mods, a few aesthetic choices, a few extra cutscenes, and dialogue fixes that restore a lot of intended content, as the original game's dialogue is bugged and won't trigger right. So this version might feel a bit different from the Dragon Age you're familiar with. I look forward to sharing this game with you. So, let's play. Welcome back, everyone. As I said before, I have a lot of downloaded content, both BioWare official and modded alike. A lot of it. Anyway, so, you'll see quite a few small changes as we go, but nothing that interrupts the original game. So, that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we? And while I do have Awakening, we're going to start with Origins. Makes sense, really? And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon all of the world. Canticle of Thernotes, 8:13.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
My goodness. It's quite an epic opening. Yay! Character creation screen! The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you will play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. That's actually true. Your character will actually be treated differently depending on these many different factors. So, when it comes to creating your character, Dragon Age starts off fairly standard fantasy fare. Your choices for a race include human, elf, and dwarf. And your choices for class are warrior, mage, and rogue. Now you may notice that dwarves can't be mages. I actually explained that in-game. Anyway, after picking your race and your class, you actually get one of 6 distinct... if I can talk. 6 distinct openings that the Dragon Age people will provide, based on your race and, in the case of mages, your class. I'm going to go with the human rogue noble origin. Now, the character creation process. Oh, and yeah, that's one of the mods right there, her outfit. The character creation process can be as simple or as complicated as you like. The game comes with presets for easy character design, but also gives you a chance to customize, through these different aspects here. You can play around with them and pick out whatever you want to work with. Some of my modded content adds more customization to the process and actually gives me some more presets as well, and leaves me with a lot more to choose from. I'm going to pause the video here and come back once I've made my choices. So, I'll see you in a sec. Welcome back, and allow me to introduce you to Charlotte Cousland. I played around with a few of the different settings, adjusted the portrait where you can choose everything from the background to the expression she wears, or he if you choose to play a male warden. And I chose the experienced voice for Charlotte.
Well, that didn't work.
Really? I think it works for you. Well, anyway. And of course I named her Charlotte, so moving on. As I said before, this is a modded outfit and a different hairstyle available only through the modded content that I installed. I chose a rogue character for my Cousland. So, I would want to put the emphasis on, of these stats, I'd want to put the emphasis in cunning and dexterity. The better cunning, the better the cunning, the better the rogue, really. But I'm also going to put some things into strength, dexterity as well. Constitution would be more if I were playing a warrior, and willpower and magic are more for mage characters, although they do have benefits for other types as well. And now we have skills. These are a set of talents, or not talents because they have a different name for talents, huh? But things like, stealing, trap making, survival, as in, checking your environment, herbalism, poison making, which I start off having 1 rank in because I'm starting off as a rogue, and combat training. I get one of these automatically being a Cousland. Now, my first point is actually going to be put into coercion. Cunning and coercion, especially combined, help to make you a much more persuasive individual, and it opens up more dialogue options and improves the chances of certain dialogue choices working, trying to persuade someone to your point of view, which can be useful later on. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to take a rank in lockpicking because as a rogue it is one of the most useful skills you can ever have, and I am going to be a dual weaponry person, so I'm taking dual weapon sweep right off the bat. Now, all of these choices made, let's play. Oh, and yes, I am going to be playing on easy. I realize that might not be as entertaining for some of you, but I really more just feel like sharing the game, not cursing at it. Anyway, on to the human noble origin. I said, on to the human noble origin, please. Loading screen.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance.
How'd you get up there?
When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
And yes, in case you're wondering, that is the voice of Tim Curry. Take what you will out of that. And you, Arlhow?
My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
I've no interest in arranged marriage.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
Quite talented, I'm sure. One to watch.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
I'll do my best, Father.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
That was a resounding thump.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrant Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
I think I rather like that idea, Father.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
And you may notice they give you several opportunities to, play out your character however you want. You get to actually decide your character's personality, through the dialogue options that you choose. And a bunch of these new quests are popping up from the downloadable content, and yeah, new quest, come on. Thank you! And now that we've made it out of the opening, I think this is a good place to cut the video off. But I hope to see you next time on the next installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins, where I finally start exploring High Ever Castle, and hopefully talking to a bunch of these fascinating individuals. Hope to see you then, folks.
Would that be sufficient?
What about tonight? In my room?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but it would be inappropriate for me to be in your quarters unescorted. Until the morning, then. I look forward to it.